Hello and welcome to the Amy
Got it.
Adventures Podcast, also known as the AK Podcast. This is the podcast where we talk about all things marriage, mental health and cycling because we're a married couple, we've got issues and we love cycling.
We do.
Is that
We
correct?
enjoy being on the bike.
We do. So, well, basically we just talk about what we've been up to really, and since the last podcast I did do the Snake Pass hill climb,
You did?
which you will have seen on the last video if you watch it. Because I originally didn't know if I was going to be able to because I had a bit of an Achilles problem. But that's completely gone now. I'm all good. I do have a little bit of a knee niggle, unfortunately. But I can't moan too much because it's not as bad as the fella sitting next to me.
Yeah, mine's not good.
Not good at all.
I'm a little bit concerned about it, but we'll be okay.
Yeah, you've got a physio appointment tomorrow, haven't you?
I have. I think I need to go for a scan,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Yeah. It's not good, but rest is the key, I think.
It's hard to rest though, isn't it?
Which you've not been doing, which we'll get onto in a minute. But
Yeah.
we'll start off with Snake Pass.
There's a moment.
We'll start off with Snake Pass. So basically it's the hill climb competition. I think it happens every year.
It does one of the oldest hill climbs in the country, apparently, I got told.
Is it?
Apparently so.
Blimmin' heck, I didn't know that. But I've never done the climb before. So as I was stood on the start line sort of cheering people on that were going before me, I was saying, oh, I've not done this climb before. And this woman looked at me and she went, what, you've not even wrecked it? Like, you've not even practiced it to go up? I was like, no. But I probably should have done, but I've not had time. I don't have time to go all the way up to blooming...
We have actually attempted to do it before, though, haven't we?
We did try and do it last winter, didn't we? But
Twice, actually.
it was snowed off because when we got there, it said road closed for ice and snow. And we thought, hell no. So we turned back around.
Yeah.
But it was probably in a way kind of good I hadn't done it before because I could just go and do it and not think about it too much. But in a way it was kind of bad because it's harder to pace yourself up a climb if you don't know where the steep bits are or where the flatter bits are. And it was a lot flatter at the top than it was at the start. I think I did dwindle a little bit midway through. But I was quite happy with my effort.
You did a really good effort.
Because let me get the stats up for you. So I should have done this before I actually started the podcast. But I came 5th woman, so not too shabby. And it was only 4 days after we got back from Prague.
Yeah. So you retired.
Yeah.
I was going to do it, but obviously the problem.
No, you weren't going to do it. You didn't enter it. When I entered, I said...
Oh, that was it, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't want to do it.
I said...
You said you didn't want to do it.
Why on earth would I do a hill climb after cycling to Prague?
No, you just said, why on earth would I do a hill climb?
Oh, yeah. I've actually never done a hill climb. Oh, yeah, I have one. Beeston.
Beeston? What was
or
that?
Long Eaton, Boxing Day climb, whatever it is. Is it
That's
Beeston?
Ilkeston.
That's the one. All the same place.
I averaged 268 watts for 3.37 miles. And I did it in, the official time was 17 minutes and 46 seconds. And I came 5th. So I was happy with that. Probably could have gone harder if my knee wasn't hurting. That's the thing. So my knee, it's kind of like, it was fine. And then the last day cycling home from Prague, I felt a little bit of like uncomfort in my knee, but no swelling, no pain when I'm walking, no pain when I'm running. So I thought, oh, it's fine. Didn't cycle at all until the hill climb because I thought I'll rest. Then I did a little warm up when I got to the hill climb and just felt it niggling. But it's really weird because it's not a sharp pain or anything like that. It's just like a dull ache under my kneecap. And obviously I can feel it. But then when I was going up the hill climb, I couldn't feel it at all. I think because I was like full of adrenaline. And then I went on a little ride after and it was hurting. I thought, oh. And then, yeah, I rested for a few days, but then no rest for the wiki because we went to Ibiza, which was very, very good with LeBlanc. And it's like a trip that we go on every year. And literally while we were in the pouring rain on the way to Prague, we got a message, didn't we?
Sure, it was like this first 300k day, wasn't it? It was just chucking it down.
Yeah.
And then he went, Kyle, guess what? I've got a message. I was like, what could this be? So I asked you and you went, we're going to Ibiza.
Yeah, I did. I was like, hey, we're going to Ibiza. So we didn't quickly book the flights.
Can I just stop you there a minute?
Yeah.
For anyone, because obviously you can't see what Amy's doing currently, as she's singing that song, her arms are going all over the place.
Yeah, because I do a little move to it. So we book the flights and it's like the trip we do every year. It's basically like a big cycling festival. So you cycle in the day, then in the evening it's really nice food. There's a festival. They have Pete Tong there. Last year they had Rudimental. And then there's always famous cyclists there. So Peter Sagan was there. And then like Matt Stevens was there.
Orla Shenaway.
Orla was there.
Adam Blythe.
Lion of Flanders.
Johan Massey.
Yeah, so it's great. Next year it's Wout van Aert.
Wout van Aert. The main
So
man.
we're not sure if we'll be there or not next year, but if we cycle around the world quick enough, we can get back in time.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a good motivation. But yeah, so we went there and I thought, oh, I hope my knee's going to be okay. And I did all the rides. And it's weird. It's like it just hurts, but it's not getting worse and it's not swelling. It's just really weird. So I don't know.
Maybe it's just a bit of overuse, like done a lot.
Yeah, I've done a lot of miles this year and maybe my saddle height's dropped a bit. I don't know, but I've messaged my good trusty friend Dan from UK Bike Fit because he's a physio and a bike fitter. And he said, have some complete days off. So I'm not going to ride my bike for like 4 days, completely rest. He said, and then go back on your bike again, steady spin. If it hurts, come and see me. So I said, okay, Dan, thank you very much. So I've got everything crossed that it's not going to niggle when I go on my bike in 4 days' time. But in other news, Kyle, would you like to say about your knee situation?
Yeah, my knee's very painful. I mean,
So it happened on a tram line.
yeah. So anyone that watches YouTube and stuff will probably know that I came off on a tram line on the second 300k day.
That's when we were cycling to Prague.
When we were cycling to Prague, we still had 2 more days to ride. It had obviously been quite cold as well. As the bike went with the tram line one way, I sort of went the other with my leg pretty much still clipped in. Didn't feel any initial pain straight away, but I think the shock. And the next day we rode, and I wasn't too bad, was I? I can't actually remember there being loads of pain that next day. There was. There was a bit of pain. Because then I remember finishing in the freezing cold in the Freiburg. And
Is that Chester being sick?
no, I don't think so.
Let me just go and check. You carry on.
And then I noticed that I was limping a bit. I was a bit sore. So I thought, oh, maybe it's just been cold. It's like, it's just niggled. Have a good night's sleep, see how we go tomorrow. But yeah, the next day, got up. He was sore, but nothing like major. And then, yeah, I had to ride all down in the last 15 miles. So it was just really painful.
Yeah.
And since then, I've not rested properly, really.
This has not been sick as well, so we're all good.
That's a recap of the kneecap.
Yeah.
So
I said to Kyle, bearing in mind,
I did rest before I went to Ibiza.
you rested for 4 days, right? And I said,
3 days.
I don't think you should cycle in Ibiza because you can't even walk properly without being in pain. He said...
There was 2 days of not walking at all, wasn't there?
Yeah, 2 days couldn't walk at all. Then the other days just like hobbling around. The day before we went to Ibiza, here's Chester, hello baby. So I said, don't cycle in Ibiza because it's not worth it. It's 6 months till we go around the world. You don't want to do permanent damage.
But at this point of going on my first ride, which was only 18 miles, I thought this is a good test, a good opportunity. Did that first ride and it was okay.
Yeah, so you did bring your bike to Ibiza and you were determined to ride.
Yeah.
And the first day you did a ride and you said it was okay, but then you were hobbling a bit after.
It just felt a bit stiff. It didn't actually hurt.
So then you thought it would be a good idea to ride 60 miles with us the next day.
Yeah, and probably not the flattest of miles. There was a few hilly ones in there.
It wasn't a good idea.
But it felt, once again, felt okay. I'm not kidding myself probably a little bit. It wasn't comfortable, but it was not getting any worse, I'd say.
And then the next day you were sensible. No, actually, no, you weren't sensible, actually.
And the next day I got up, got on the bike, tried to turn one, turn pedal stroke, and it was excruciating. But I wasn't sensible.
Instead of resting all day, like you should have done, I went on the group ride with the rest of the LeBlanc people, which was really nice. Chris Hall was there. And I said, Kyle, just stay in bed, stay by the pool, relax, don't go on your bike. Get to the cafe stop 30 miles in, all sat around the table. I'm having a nice hot chocolate, even though it's Spain, fancied it. There was some pastries, there was fresh orange juice. It was lovely. Then I just saw this person hobbling down the stairs with physio tape all over their knee. And I was like, oh, hell no. Kyle comes hobbling down, decided to ride to the cafe.
I didn't want to sit on my own. And I wanted to do a bit of something.
But there was an option for non-riders that you could have done.
There was. That's nothing against, and that's my own fault. But I thought, but with the tape on, it feels okay. So I'll do a short. I did a direct route to the cafe. I didn't do the full route. And then I rode back.
And you were in lots of pain?
Not on the ride. I actually wasn't in lots of pain. But then later on, once again, lots of pain.
So I always say if your body's hurting, it's telling you to rest.
And then, yeah.
And you didn't.
And then our good friend Ralph, he had a good look at it for me, didn't he?
The listeners won't know who Ralph is.
So Ralph, his name's Ralph Mitchell. He used to be a physio or doctor for England Rugby or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he saw me a couple of times over the weekend. And then on the last day, he said, come into my room, let's have a look. and
Sounds a bit.
nothing to do with the knee. No, so he had a look at my knee and then, basically looked at me and went, "You just need to get that scan, mate.
Yeah.
It's not looking good."
Basically rest. So tomorrow you've got the physio, haven't you?
Physio tomorrow.
See what they say.
And hopefully, get a bit of a better idea.
But the main message of the story is don't ride on an injury. Because before we went to Ibiza, you were actually walking around loads saying it was much better and it wasn't hurting.
No, I
as
was
much.
walking a lot better, wasn't I?
You were, and now you're not again.
Now I'm in
Hobbling.
a bit of pain again.
Is it worse pain now than at the start, or is it the same?
Today, because I've been resting, it's when it gets to just shy of 90-degree bend on my knee is where it's just really tight and sharp. So walking around is not too bad because I'm not bending my knee too much. It's when I bend it, it hurts.
Well, you've got 6 months to get yourself shipshape, ready for around the world. So
Chip chop.
what I would say is listen to the physio tomorrow, because you don't listen to me or anyone else in Ibiza. Everyone was telling you to rest. But I understand, because it's really hard when everyone else is cycling and you want to ride.
I did listen to Matt Stevens when he went, "Mate, that does look a bit swollen.
Yeah.
Just look after yourself." So I've come away from that and I thought, do you know what, I need to...
Because the problem is, if you ride on an injury, you could potentially, well, you might have already done something more damage than if you just rested.
I don't think I've done more damage. I just don't think I've allowed it to start repairing, whatever it is. So anyway, enough on that. We'll sort it out. I've learnt my lesson, well, hopefully, and we'll get it sorted.
Yeah. But Ibiza was really fun.
Amazing.
Dancing the night away, I say you were more than me, because I'm, I prefer...
When we say I was dancing, though, because I can't use my knee, I was just putting my hand in the air.
Yeah. I like to people watch. I was loving watching everyone dancing. I just kind of sat to the side, listened to the music, bobbed my head a little bit. I did a little 2-step at one point.
You did?
But I quite like an early night. So I also did a bit of running in Ibiza, so that was nice, because my Achilles it's kind of like, it is fully better now, I think. I can sometimes feel it a little bit, so I'm working on doing some calf raises. It's very important to strengthen. Even if you've not got an Achilles injury, it's like an easy way to get better on the bike and not get injured, is to just do little strength exercise. A little tip, what I do is breakfast, lunch and dinner, just to get it in routine, I'll do like some calf raises or squats, 10 like one-legged squats or 10 calf raises on each side, like while I'm waiting for my dinner or just before breakfast or just before lunch, just because they're like 3 times a day in the routine, getting stronger. I might add some press-ups into that as well, actually, because I've got pipe cleaner
That could do with some work, yeah.
Yeah.
But
something
I'll incorporate in as well once my knees get better.
That's definitely something you want to do, isn't it? More strength.
Yeah, it's made me think of it.
So important, actually, to prevent injury.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll move on to the blip of the week. So this is where we say, I normally have one, car sometimes doesn't, but something silly you've done this week. For me, I was in Ibiza in the hotel. There was 3 different lifts. There was 2 lifts for hotel guests, and there was 1 lift that was for staff. So
service lift.
Yeah, service lift. So when you press the button for the service lift, it doesn't come, because obviously you have to have a staff pass or something. But I was walking through the lobby, as they say in America, or reception area, as I like to say. And I knew there was 3 different lifts, but it kind of hadn't really registered properly. And the lift door of the staff lift was just open. I didn't really think about it and just walked into it. And I pressed number 3 for our floor. And then when I was in the lift, I was like, oh no, I'm in the staff lift. So then when it went up, instead of opening the door that opens to where I wanted to be, like a side door on the lift opened. And when I looked through, it was just like a load of like trolleys and loads of stock in like a big sort of empty room. And I was like, oh God. And I was scared, because I was thinking, I hope it's not going to get stuck here. Like, do I need a pass to be able to get back? But then these 2 Spanish men got in, like, that worked for the hotel. And they were like, oh, what are you doing in here? And I was like, oh, sorry, I got in here by accident. They were like, oh, don't worry, staff only. I was like, no, sorry, because I couldn't really speak English. And then we got back down to the 0 and I went out and went in the other lift. But I was just really embarrassed, because I thought, oh God. I have like visions of being locked in there, but I didn't, so it's okay. What's your blip of the week?
I'm just trying to think. Did I do anything silly this week?
Oh yeah, I wonder.
No,
Wonder what?
apart from the obvious.
Going on a bike ride with a knee injury?
No, I think that was more idiotic than a blip.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did I do?
You did ask me a silly question a minute ago.
Did I?
Yeah.
What was it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's my blip. I'm a bit tired today. We've got a nice tree in the podcast room. We will have a video on at some point, so you will see it. But it's fake. And I thought, well, when she first got it, I thought it was real, but it's not. It's lovely.
It's a lovely fake tree
It's flourishing.
because I can't kill it.
And then I looked in the pot and I just saw it, and it really looks like compost. And I was like, oh, is that actually real compost in the fake tree? Which realistically is just a stupid question because, of course, it's not. What?
And I was just like, why would there
It looks so realistic.
be real compost in a fake tree?
Real what, sorry?
Compost.
Compost.
I know I said it weirdly,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, so that was my blip, I'd say.
Yeah. But you are tired though, because Ibiza was amazing, but we had to get up at 3 a.m. the day we went on the Thursday, and then we come back on the Sunday. And last night we didn't get home until like 1:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
And on one night in Ibiza, I only had 4 hours sleep because I've been
Not through partying.
Not through partying, through being bitten, basically, by flies, not by Kyle. That doesn't happen anymore.
And what, me biting? Yeah.
Yeah.
Never ever bitten you.
I don't think so. I hope blooming not. You might want to, but I won't let you.
Right. Keep it PG.
Sorry. Now I've gone off on a tangent. Now I've got visions of Kyle biting me. That's probably not nice. Everyone listening has probably got the same vision as well. Another random thing this week. I swear, like, the weirdest thoughts come into my head. Because remember when we were at the hotel and I was really, really hungry. You know, when you're just absolutely ravenous, and we just flew there and we were just waiting with our bite boxes. And I just was looking at my bite box and I just said to Kyle, what would you do if I just took a bite out of my bite box and ripped through it into the inside?
Yeah, it's really random. I was like, what do you mean bit your bite box? And so I think you struggle to bite through your bite box.
You said I'd be impressed with you because you'd have strong teeth.
Yeah, I did say that. Well, in my head, I was envisioning Pac-Man or something. Biting the bite box.
No, what? I think I was just absolutely delirious. I've been up since like 3 a.m. and I was just stood in the airport and then I was just looking at my bite box and I thought, I wonder, because I was thinking about someone breaking into my bite box, and I was like, oh, to break into it, they'd have to like rip it or cut it with something because it's got a lock on it. There's a plastic part of my bite box, there's a fabric part, and I was like, oh, they'd have to obviously cut through the fabric part to get in, and then just rip it all up and get the bike out. And then I was like, wonder if they didn't have a tool to get it, they'd have to like rip it with their fingers or maybe bite it. And then I said to Kyle, what would you do if I bit it? And that's how the thought came, along with being hungry. So that's just a little insight into how my brain works.
You don't need to give me insight because I get it all the time.
Anyway, we'll move on to the moan minute. So every week we always have a little moan about whatever the hell we want to moan about, really. But you can moan about anything you want, no judgment, and it's all about just letting stuff off your chest because it's a bit of fun and we love to have a little moan, really, especially in the UK. So I've got mine ready. I've got 2 moans.
Can I have one?
I've got 30 seconds for each. You will want to moan about it when you hear me moan about it.
Go on then. 3, 2, 1.
First moan, fly bites. Why do I react so badly to blooming fly bites? I've got 2 bites on my ankle that I look like I've got cankles, and all my bites always swell up into these horrible blister things filled up with yellow pus. It's disgusting.
Oh, that's too
and they
much.
pop and go everywhere, and honestly, they itch. I've got one on my thumb now as well, and one on my wrist. I've got to take my bracelet off because it's so itchy, and it keeps me up all night, and that's the reason I only had 4 hours sleep one night in Ibiza, because it's so itchy, but I can't itch it, and it's just horrible. My second moan is electronic passport scanners that don't work. When we got to Ibiza, they all malfunctioned. I was stood with my hand on the passport looking at that screen thing. Literally, I'm not joking, for 10 minutes, just stood there looking at the screen thinking, is anyone going to let me out? And then they all just went off. We got to step back. After landing, it took an hour and we were at the front of the queue to get through because all of the machines broke. The Spanish airport man didn't even have a walkie-talkie. He didn't do anything about it. He just stood up and down and told us all to wait. And it was just really annoying, to be honest, and that's it.
Perfect timing.
I speak really fast there to get in with the minute, but yeah, fly bites and passport scanners is my moan. I thought you'd want to moan about the passport scanners.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
See, I'm tired.
It was not fun, but, you know, we were going to Ibiza, so I can't complain that much. You ready for yours?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
My moment is technology. Go on. No, I'm joking. Technology really annoys me because I was trying to get onto a website earlier and all it kept doing is you load onto the website fine, and then you click what you want to go to on the website and then just goes blank screen. No matter what I did, clear the cache, all that sort of stuff, trying to Google it, trying to figure out how other websites worked, it just wouldn't load up and I didn't know why. Tried everything. So technology really annoyed me. Also, British roads. I was driving to pick the dog up earlier and I must have hit what was the size of a meteor crater. because I thought my left-hand side of my van had just dropped down a verge. The pothole was that big. So, yeah, that's my moan.
I do agree with the potholes in the UK, to be fair.
Do you agree with technology?
No, because I know how to use a laptop and you don't.
What?
Because I know how to use a laptop and you don't. Do you need a hearing aid as well?
Yeah, I am quite good.
Pardon?
I am quite good.
Kyle, what was it in Ibiza when you didn't know what it was?
What's
A
that?
PDF.
No, I did. I was joking. I know
I
what
don't
PDF
think you
is.
were. Do you know what is it then?
It's a file.
Oh, well done. Okay,
You know
do you
what
know
a
it?
PDF is? I was just taking the mick out of someone.
I thought you were being
No, you're
serious.
outing me now.
Sorry, I thought you were being
No,
serious.
I was actually just being sarcastic and taking the mick.
Oh, right, okay. I am quite a sarcastic person as well. But, I think sometimes because you don't work on a laptop every day on the building site, sometimes I don't think it's the technology. I think it's more
I am
you.
quite academic, but...
I know, but I think sometimes it's you rather than the technology.
No, this is... If you can
nicest-
get it working, I'll give hats off to you. Yeah, I'm not the most amazing with technology. I'm a little bit old before my time, I think, a little bit.
You prefer a paper and pen?
I am a bit old before my time with technology. I do get frustrated with it a bit.
But I'm the same.
Although, sometimes you have to get me to do your GPX files and show you how to work all that out.
I know how to do that, I just get you to do it.
Oh. Well,
like when I'm going in an Audax and doing a DIY.
Oh, little rainbow.
If we're both doing the DIY Audax, which is basically where you have to submit your route to Audax, I get you to download the GPX because I'm cooking dinner or something. So I think, tell him I can't do it. Then he does it for me.
Now I know that, don't I?
Now I've ruined the secret, so.
So then I'm just going to be like, no, you do it.
Yeah. Oh, well, talking of GPXs, round the world planning's going well.
Yeah.
So we've got a new route. I can't remember if we said this on the last podcast. I think we did. Sorry for repeating ourselves. But we are now not going to be going all the way down to LA and across America because we want to avoid the deserts. So we are going to be staying more... We're going to be staying in Canada, basically, for longer. We're going to come into the USA in North Dakota, going into American. Then we're going to go all the way down. We are going through Kansas City.
And we might not be going that far down now.
No, we are definitely going through Kansas City, I think, because Garmin are based there, so we can pop in and say hello there. And then we're going to go back into Canada. We're going to stay in Quebec one night. We're going to carry on. We're going to go into Nova Scotia.
Which I
really excited for.
I'll let you finish this and I'll get back to that.
Okay. And then we're going to fly from there. What's the airport again? Somewhere in Nova Scotia. I can't remember, but I've slept.
Oh,
and I've been in
I found
Ibiza.
it, isn't it? Halifax.
Halifax, that's it. And then we're going to fly from there back to Portugal. So we will be in Canada for longer. We will need somebody to bring us a bike box to Halifax Airport.
And then if anyone knows anyone in Georgia.
Yeah, that's the one we need.
That's a worrying one for me.
If anyone knows anyone in Georgia that can bring us a bike box, a cardboard bike
more
box,
than one, two.
Each, two of them, to Tbilisi.
Tbilisi. I will exchange money for a cardboard box. Need to be, but I prefer not to.
I'll exchange Kyle for a cardboard. No, I'll exchange my sweaty bib shorts because I'll be picking up a new pair.
Don't say that, 'cause someone might actually want them.
No, they won't. To be fair, actually, this is actually an alarming thing. I've actually had a message on Instagram before asking me how much money I'd want for me to send them a pair of my bib shorts, and that's serious.
Yeah.
And I said,
how much?
I said, you're not having a pair of my sweaty bib shorts, you absolute creep.
I would.
Well, you want a pair of my bib shorts?
Not yours. I'd send yours.
I said, a block and delete is what I said to that.
Yeah. But anyway, going back to what we were talking about, and the reason I want
Nova Scotia, back
to that. Good memory from me there. We love that program, Race Across the World.
Oh yeah,
it's fantastic. And I remember watching one series that actually went. Did it go from Southern America to Canada?
Something like that.
Can you remember? Or was it just across Canada? I can't remember.
It looks really nice.
And they had to get to Nova Scotia on one of them. And ever since then, after seeing, in fact, I might rewatch it because it looks so good. It's made me really want to go. And then we was looking at the route and was like, why are we stopping in Quebec when we needed to have some miles on?
Yeah.
And we was like, let's just go to Nova Scotia. It made sense.
Yeah.
And then it's meant to be beautiful.
And we can take the emotional support pickle with us because...
that's where it came from.
What, are they from
Wait.
Nova Scotia?
No, it came from Canada.
They're from Canada, yeah. Oh, talking of the emotional support pickle, somebody, I don't know if you know about this emotional support pickle if you're listening. Basically, when I finished Tour de France, there was a lovely couple from Canada. They bought me a little goodie bag, and inside it was an emotional support pickle. It's basically a little crochet pickle, and it says something like, don't worry if you get upset, but we know that you're a big deal.
Yeah.
Basically deal instead of deal. So I just thought it was
I
really,
like
I
it.
don't know, I just
Explain that
like
to me
it.
every time.
It's got little glasses on and everything's really cute. Someone messaged me, you can get emotional support pickle, like a dog toy of an emotional support pickle. So I'm getting it for Chester for Christmas. It's like a bowl, a
Well,
dog
does he
bowl.
need emotional support?
Yeah, he does when he lives with me.
Yeah,
It's a
of course.
bowl and it's got like 5 pickles in it and the dog can play with them. So I'm going to get it for
I
Chester.
like how excited you're getting about it more than him.
I'm really excited about it because he can run around with a pickle in his mouth. Although I think the emotional support pickles are the ones that need the emotional support pickle because they're going to get eaten by Chester.
Yeah, I don't think they've got feelings, so you think you'll be okay.
I hope they've not.
Yeah.
Chester's looking at me now all confused.
He's a pickle.
Do you want an emotional support pickle for Christmas?
His birthday is actually Christmas.
His birthday's Christmas Day. He's going to be 7, isn't he?
It is. Still young.
7
years
young.
old and still young.
And he's going to,
He's coming out.
Kyle's grandma and granddad are looking after him while we go around the world, so that's really good.
Yeah, they love him.
But other than that, so we're around the world planning. What we've got to do now is submit our route to Guinness World Record to get it approved, which hopefully it will. Then we're going to submit it to a lovely fella who is going to put it onto a link for us so that you can see exactly our exact route. So anyone that wants to come and join us for a few miles, as long as you're riding behind us, anyone wants to come and give us snacks, support,
Or just see us.
Just see us, that'd be great. But we've decided to start the 3rd week of April next year.
Yeah.
And we're now going to start from home in England as well because it's just easier and it's nice to ride home at the end. So yeah, that's all been going well. And other than that...
And hopefully we can be back for Wout then.
Hopefully we can be back for Wout van Aert with LeBlanc.
If we get invited.
If we get invited, because we might not. We can't assume these things.
No.
But yeah, hopefully it'll go well. But the other things we've got to sort out is insurance. Thanks for stepping on.
Chef
just stepped on the laptop. Let me just check it's still recording.
His big size 6 paws.
Yeah, it's still recording. Other than that, we've got to sort out insurance, vaccinations, all that sort of stuff. But we're slowly getting there. And yeah, the more I think about it, the more stressed I'm getting. And Kyle's using an app, aren't you?
Yeah.
To check every single route there's not too much gravel in it. We will have to go on some gravel.
Trying to keep it, my rule of thumb is keep it below 3% of the route.
Yeah.
So if I can do that, I'll be a happy man.
Yeah.
And it's a good job I did start using it because the first 5 days of routes that I've been through just this afternoon all had like 10% gravel, 11%. And you're like, oh.
Thanks to commute.
Imagine if I'd actually just not bothered.
Yeah, if we'd not checked it.
So some of them look like just farmer tracks.
So we're going to check through every single day. And then when we go through Georgia, there is quite a bit of gravel because it's the only option. So, and we have decided we're going tubeless.
We will. Yeah, I think I said this to you a while ago, but you were very reluctant. But the mechanic said to me a while ago when we was talking about setup, etc., that we need to make sure we've got wide enough tyres for comfort, and tubeless obviously runs a little bit smoother, and also it just minimalises that extra bit of a headache.
Yeah, basically with tubeless you're less likely to get a puncture.
And the road surface and stuff as well.
For anyone who doesn't know what tubeless is, there's 2 types. When you're riding your bike, you either have tubes, which is like the inner tube that goes in your bike, you pump it up. If you get a puncture, you take the inner tube out, you put a new one in. Or you have tubeless, which is where there's no inner tube, but your tyre is instead filled with, what's it called? The stuff. It's just sealant. So it's kind of like a gloopy liquid that goes inside your tyre. So
it's not super gloopy, but yeah, it's quite runny.
It's a bit gloopy. And then when you get a puncture, say if thorn goes in, the sealant kind of seals it itself so you don't get a puncture. Obviously the issue is if you get like a really big slit in your tyre and it doesn't reseal, then you do get a puncture and it can be quite messy because the sealant goes everywhere and you have to basically, you can put a new tyre in or you can put a bung in it and put more sealant in. But putting sealant in is a bit of a nightmare. But we're not going to stress about that because I am going to be going to Vela Bavarian, my local bike shop. Actually, I'm going on 31st of October for my first lesson. So for the next 6 months, I'm going to be going there every week or every other week to learn all about tubeless, chain snaps. I'm going to learn how to change gear cables because we are going to go mechanical. And I'm going to learn how to bodge a bike to get to a bike shop if something breaks that we can't fix properly. I'm going to learn as much as I can, basically, so that I can be well prepared. And Kyle, you need to get some dates in your diary too.
I do.
So,
I
yeah.
do. I'm probably a little bit more knowledgeable
Yeah, you are.
with certain things, but there's a lot I can learn.
Also, but because you are a builder, you tend to be a bit heavy-handed.
No, I'm not heavy-handed.
You are a little bit. You know,
With
oh,
what?
just that's fine. Just throw the bike wheel on the floor and.
No. You're just
You do.
you're just bringing up an
You're
incident.
banging things around. Not,
What have I
you know, got to
banged
be
around?
careful. I've seen you doing stuff, thinking, "Oh, geez, going to break that." It's not a building site; it's a bike.
I've never banged my bike.
Oh. Excuse
PG.
me.
Keep it PG.
All right, then. That's for your only
I
fans.
mean, I do like my bike. No, when it comes to my bike, I am quite gentle.
It's
But
been, yeah.
that occasion you're talking about wasn't due to being heavy-handed. That was more of a.
That was an anger outburst.
It was, and I still
Maybe do you
still
want to
don't
go?
have the full strength back of
Maybe
my
we
hand.
should do some, because I've actually really been enjoying meditation recently.
Oh,
Just completely change the subject. No, seriously. I know you think, oh, but I do when I do my strength and conditioning now, I do it like 3 or 4 times a week. Then I do 10 minutes of stretching after, and then last week I just randomly YouTubed 10 minutes of my 10 minutes meditation, and I did it at the end. I just lay on my back and listened to it, and it was all like deep breathing and stuff. And honestly, I felt so calm afterwards. Like my brain just felt so, just nothing in there.
yeah.
Like, and that's rare for me. And I just felt so calm after. And I think, yeah, it's just really helpful. So maybe you could try that. Then you won't throw your bike wheel on the floor.
I don't think it was anything to do with me not being a calm person, because I am actually quite calm most of the time. But that was just one of those moments where I tried to stay calm, but then I just kept getting frustrated with myself. No one else. I was getting frustrated with
Because you
myself.
couldn't fix it.
And it was just down to letting myself get too cold 2 days prior. So it was just lesson learned. One, not to let myself get too cold. And two,
Take a deep breath.
everyone has a little bit of an outburst every now and then. It's not,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Anywho, yeah, but meditation, I think if anyone listening to this struggles with like overthinking or getting stressed and stuff, it does help. And it's an easy, and it's free. A lot of things are expensive, like access to therapy and things like that. And obviously it's important to get that, like definitely get that. But if you want something free to do at home, meditation is free. You can literally just YouTube it. That's what I did. And I felt so calm, and that was just free. And I know it's easy to be like, oh, I don't have time to do it. But everyone can spare 5 minutes in the morning or in the evening before you go to bed. It does help. So I think I'm going to try and do that a bit more this week. I say that and then I'll probably forget, but I will try. And the good thing about it is once you do it more, because I used to do it a lot more, you can do it anywhere and no one will know. Like you can do it in your head, you can count your breaths, or you can deep breathe like when you're on the bus or when you're on the train. Like you can just do it anywhere whenever you need to. So yeah, maybe that is my mental health tip then.
There we go.
Do some meditation, focus on finding some calmness.
Bit of you time.
Yeah, because I think it's so busy all the time. Everyone's busy and we don't take enough time for ourselves sometimes. Take time for you and take time out. Are you going to do something?
You want me to? I can tell by the way you're looking at me.
I think it'd be nice for you. Maybe before the next podcast.
When Amy wants me to do something, she gives me this look, like smiles. Like, I don't want to do it, but she's smiling at me away and say, I need you to do this.
No, I don't need you to. I'm just thinking it will help you.
Yeah.
Especially if your knee's hurting as well.
What's my knee got to do with it?
Well, it might be stressing you out, so.
I'm feeling a bit down. I am feeling a bit down about it.
Yeah, I thought it was. So
Amy was getting annoyed with me yesterday because I wouldn't shut up about it, but it's because it was playing on my mind.
But I think you need to, this is the problem, and probably a problem for me as well, is my whole life kind of revolves around cycling. And if I couldn't do it, I probably wouldn't cope.
I don't think mine does.
Not my whole life. I mean, my family.
Does.
There's lots of other things in my life. My family, you. I like playing the piano. I don't do that enough.
No, it does. I think that's why I'm struggling. Yeah, it does play a big part in my life. It makes me happy.
Yeah, if I couldn't do it, you've got to make sure you have other things that bring you joy, not just one thing.
Yeah.
So, try the meditation.
Also, no, but just having that thing in my head where I'm like, oh, I don't want this to be long. Yeah, I feel a bit dipped down about it because I'm like, I don't want this to be a process. I just want to be able to like have a little bit of time and then be like, okay again.
But that's the problem. You have to give it time, because if you don't, you'll just get yourself back to square one, and it's frustrating. But you've got to be strict with it. You've got to listen to the physio tomorrow and do what they say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, dinner is calling my name, and tonight we are having a vegetarian dinner, Kyle.
Sounds like we're having vegetarian dinners all week.
Yeah, we are.
Mm.
Sorry about that. I was trying to save money in the shop. So obviously, because your knee's knick-knacked, paddy-whacked, so you're not at work. And the unfortunate side of being self-employed is that means no blooming dollar, which is fine. We can get by, but we can get by on a vegetarian week.
Yeah.
Because it kind of like when you eat vegetarian, because meat's so expensive, it does bring the food shop down by a lot. So when I was in Tesco today, I thought, right, let's save the dollar. Let's go veggie for a week. And I didn't
We're not
really.
Can I just point out we're not desperate to.
Yeah, but I think saving money where you can is great.
Yeah, I know you think that.
We are having fish one night. We're not we're not going full out vegetarian. But tonight we're having. You ready for it? Well, you got two options.
I've got an idea what it might be.
What's your idea? Go on then.
Chickpea curry.
Well, that's not an option, so no.
Oh.
That is going to be tomorrow. But you've got two options tonight.
Oh, no.
You can have lentil dal
with.
Is that a good or a bad or?
It's a bit like Oh,
I like that one. It's lentils, spinach, peanut butter, like kind of like a creamier one. And it's got also with naan bread. Or chickpea burgers. It's a new recipe I've not tried yet.
I've lentil dal.
You don't want the chickpea burgers?
Yeah, I do, but I just.
Well, they must be even worse. You didn't want the lentil dal, and now I've decided you want that. The problem is, because a lot of vegetarian meals.
You look really upset.
No, a lot of vegetarian meals use mushrooms, but you don't like mushrooms.
Can't stand mushrooms.
Exactly.
They grow in dark, damp places, and that's not good for anybody.
I like being in dark places away from humans, so that's probably
What, damp?
I like swimming.
It's basically you want to be in a dark swimming pool.
No, I couldn't think of anything worse, actually.
Yeah.
But no, we don't actually have to be vegetarian all week. It was just an idea.
No, I'm with it.
I thought it would be a fun challenge.
Yeah, I'm happy with either of those. I was only joking about that.
And then the rest of the week, we're going to have a chickpea and sweet potato curry one night. Yeah. We're going to have bassa, which is fish, one night with noodles.
Is that vegetarian?
Yeah. Well, it's pescatarian. Some vegetarians eat fish, some don't. Technically, if you eat fish, you're pescatarian.
Oh, okay.
Vegan is where you don't eat, meat, fish,
animal produce.
And then one night we're going to have omelette, but like not just a basic omelette. It's going to be a Spanish omelette to take us back to Ibiza. So it's going to be egg, that's basic, with potato like chopped up inside it.
I like how she's giving me a lesson how to make Spanish omelette, even though I make myself it most weeks.
Yeah, well, it's going to be egg with chopped up potato, red onion, spring onions.
Mm-hmm. I love a spring onion.
Yeah, spring onion. It's going to have some tomatoes.
What's the red onion?
Lots of different herbs. And then we're going to have on the side a nice salad with beetroot and all sorts of things. And then another night we're going to have a butter bean stew, which might have tuna in it as well.
That might be one that I'm a little bit less keen on.
The butter bean stew? Why not?
Because I'm not a massive butternut squash you're thinking of.
Oh, yeah, sorry, butternut squash.
Not butterbean.
And butter beans as well.
What's that?
Oh, and I also bought another meal we're going to have, roasted cauliflower. You roast the whole cauliflower in the oven. You do it with all different things like nuts and stuff, and it's really nice. I've never tried it, but it looks nice online.
So you're telling me it's really nice, but you've not tried it?
It looks nice online on the videos.
No, I have heard that's meant to be quite nice.
And all these recipes I'm practicing, I will be putting videos out of them when we've got the new kitchen.
Hence why I want the kitchen to be good.
But I don't think I could be a vegetarian full time because I do like chicken too much. So anyway, now that you all know our weekly meal plan, I think it's time to go because we've been talking for quite a while and I'm hungry. Oh, actually, just one more thing before we go, Kyle. We've not done Tiff of the Week because we haven't had any arguments this week, actually.
No.
But what I will say is someone did comment saying that they think we have too many arguments and they're worried about us or something. And that we have too many arguments is not healthy. But what I say to that is, I don't care.
I find it quite amusing how people think that we need the advice.
No, it is. I don't know if they were genuinely concerned or what, but
they seem quite.
I think the thing is, well, if you never argue, then I don't know if that's normal. But we're all different. But when we have our arguments, and usually it's when. And it's more of a tiff than an argument because within 10 minutes we're friends again. Or more than friends, obviously. It's normally when we're in the middle of a bike ride, we're both sleep deprived, we're both hungry.
You've got to assess the situation.
We've been riding for at least 6 hours, and you're telling me that when you're hungry, tired, you've been exercising for 6 hours, and then, I don't know, you go the wrong way and I've done the directions wrong. Kyle's going to be like, oh, great. He's not. He's going to be, oh, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? You have these little tips.
Unless you're some sort of phenomenon that
Unless you're
loves suffering and you're always happy about that.
Yeah.
But also, like, it always goes back to, you see a snippet.
Yeah.
So what we capture on camera, because we like to keep it real, is we don't cut those bits out. So then maybe on that it might look like we argue more than...
Yeah, because we don't video when we don't video kissing and cuddling, because that's just, I don't think, oh, I'm going to kiss Kyle.
But if we did that much footage, you'd probably see loads of us not arguing.
Yeah.
So
I don't get the camera out when I'm hugging you, because
that'd bore you, wouldn't it?
I'm using both my hands to give you a hug, and I don't think to get the camera out then. But, you know, it's just one of those things. But I think every married couple I know, like mum and dad, they all have arguments and bicker and stuff. But as long as you can get over it, like, I think our rule is to forgive and forget, but also to let each other cool off.
Yeah.
Because this is where we used to go wrong before. Like, Carl, you're quite...
I'm still not quite good. I'm still not that good at that.
You want to make up straight away.
Yeah.
Whereas I sometimes just need 5 minutes. Just don't talk to me.
Well, that's just different background.
Yeah, and then I'll be okay. But I think as long as you have to understand each other, which is what I think we understand each other really well. It's like, and tell each other what you need, because we've had this conversation, haven't we, where we always used to we'd have an argument, and then the argument would get worse because you'd come to me and be like, oh, we're friends now, or oh, don't have an argument, and I'd be like, oh no, I'm allowed to be upset, just leave me alone. Then you'd think I was even more annoyed at you, and then you'd be like, oh, you're just being an idiot or whatever, and like not, overreacting. But whereas if Kyle knows now, if we have an argument, we both just leave each other in a separate room or whatever, and then just leave it. And then in like 10 minutes time, I'll probably come in and be like, okay, let's just forget it or whatever. And if you can't forget it in a calm way, you talk about it and you resolve the situation. Yeah, but there's a lot of things, sometimes as a married couple.
Hey, turn this into a marriage counselling.
Yeah, it's about compromise, isn't it? You just have to agree to disagree, basically.
Or on the note of it all, I'd just say, like, I appreciate people's concern, but it's not that, honestly.
Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, we're not that bad.
Yeah.
And we always forgive each other in the end. And also, you'd have to think to yourself.
Don't look into things too much.
Yeah, some things are too... I have to do it myself, hold myself back sometimes. If Kyle does something that annoys me, say, example, crumbs on the side, or instead of being like, oh, Kyle, you've done this, just wipe it up. It takes me like 5 seconds to wipe it up.
She does say that to me most weeks because I do it a lot.
Yeah, if it gets to a point where you're doing it, breakfast, lunch and dinner, I will say something. But if it's like, oh, there's some crumbs on the side, I'm just going to wipe it up, because at the end of the day, it's only like 2 seconds of my life and it's not worth an argument. So, yeah, that's it, really.
And voila.
Let's go and get this. What are we having? Lentil dal.
Because
you've dissed my chickpea burgers.
I haven't dissed it. I've not tried it yet.
You've dissed my chickpea burgers and you've dissed my lentil dal.
I've not tried them yet.
And I'm going to diss you now.
Right, let's go.
Right. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you on the next episode next Thursday. And if you have any questions that you'd like us to answer, then you can give us an email on akapodcast@outlook.com. The link for the email is in the description of this podcast on both Spotify and YouTube. So, yeah, we'll answer some questions if you want us to. And thank you so much for listening. TTCFN, ta-ta for now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Au revoir. Arrivederci. What's another one?
Adios.
Adios.
Going with the theme of our beef.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.